Good morning, students. How are you? I hope all of you are fine at your home. Today, we are going to read a new poem, and the name of the poem is The Laburnum Top. Okay, The Laburnum Top, which is written by Ted Hughes. This is the name of the poet. He had written this poem, The Laburnum Top. Actually, the Ted Hughes was an English poet. Means he was born in England, and he is basically known for his famous poems, which are very much important from exam point of view also, and which is very important from our life also, because his poems are very much inspirational in nature. Ted Hughes' full name is Edward James Hughes. Edward James. In short, we say that Ted Hughes. His full name is Edward James Hughes. He's an English poet. Okay. He is an English poet. Okay. English poet. And he got the title of Poet Laureate in 1984. He's a, why we are concerned about the poet? Because if we know about the poet, then we can easily understand the poem also. Because once we become familiar with the writer, then we can easily understand that what type of poem he can write. Okay, he got the poet laureate title also. Poet laureate. In which year? In he was poet laureate in 1984. He was poet laureate in 1984, and everyone knows that this title is given to that famous writers who are very much specialized, who are very much expert in their writings. That's why they were selected for the poet laureate post. And this poet, and he was poet laureate till his death. Okay. Now we comes to the poem. Okay, the laburnum top. This word laburnum, it is actually a short tree. Laburnum is a short tree with yellow flowers and have poisonous seeds. Their seeds are very much poisonous in nature. Their seeds are poisonous. Actually, a lemon top is a short tree. Laburnum top is actually a short tree with yellow flowers and poisonous seeds. Here, the poet want to say that the laburnum. First of all, we have to focus on what this poem mean. Actually, this poem, the laburnum top, which was written by Ted Hughes, who was a poet laureate, he had described very beautifully about the tree, about the laburnum, how that tree looks like, what was his movement. In this poem, poet had very much used the figure of speech. In basically, he had used simile. Poet had used figure of speech. what this word figure of speech means. Figure of speech actually means the words which can easily tells about the comparison. Here, simile is used in this poem. What has used the word simile? Simile is a figure of speech. In simile, there is a comparison done. Like suppose we say that he is like a lion, means he is not a lion, but he is like a lion. Means here simile figure of speech is used. In this poem also, narrator has explained that goldfinch movement is like the sleek as a lizard. Means his movement is as smooth as lizard. His movement is like a lizard, very much soft in nature. So from this all things we can understood that Ted Hughes has very beautifully described the laburnum, described beautifully the short tree, that how the laburnum top on the top of that tree is so silent. The tree is so silent in nature. Why? The tree was silent because there on the tree there was no one. But when goldfinch come, but when goldfinch come on that tree, then whole tree started showing their movement. What has used the word twitching chirrup has been started. Means jerky noise, jerky movement was seen there, and that movement of the tree, because it started moving here and there, its movement tells that now the goldfinch came back on that tree, and now she came back with some food, because on that tree there is a nest. In that nest, the small ones of that goldfinch was present. We are using the word goldfinch. Anyone knows about what is the word goldfinch means? Goldfinch. Goldfinch. Actually, goldfinch is a small singing bird. We are using that goldfinch came on that tree and started singing movement. But what actually goldfinch is? A goldfinch is a small singing bird who who came on that tree on that laburnum top because young ones was present there. She came there in order to feed their children, and after feeding their children, she she go away. In the previous line also we have seen that what I used the word that laburnum is silent, and when the goldfinch came, a jerky chirrup, a jerky noise has been started, and then poet had very beautifully described his movement. His movement is as soft like like a lizard, and his chittering and his noise. We can't say noise. We say that that the noise of the goldfinch are like a symbol which tells about his young ones that now she came back. Young ones by their noise, by their song of his the goldfinch, they came to the knowledge that yes, their mother is on that tree, and they easily feed their foods. And poet also compared all this movement with the engines, because what does engine do? Engine is on the front side of that train, and he carry all the bogies, all the goods, because engine is a source of energy. In the same way, here also, poet has compared the goldfinch with the engines. When whenever a engine starts, engine makes a noise. Means that engine is ready to move. In the poem also, poet want to say that whenever goldfinch came on that tree, a noise, a sound of that bird looks like the engine. And when she came on that tree, this denotes that now engine is ready. Means she's ready to give food to his children, give food or feed food for their children. In short, we can summarize this poem that this is a poem of a tree. This is a poem of a laburnum top. Because nest is always made on the top of that leaves, so that no one can disturb that nest. In the same way here, we want to say that laburnum top is silent. When the goldfinch came on that tree, the tree started showing its movement, and goldfinch movement is like a lizard, as smooth as like a lizard. When she came on the tree, the noise of the goldfinch is compared with the train engines which makes noise. And at the last, when the goldfinch gone away from that laburnum top, again the laburnum came back to its normal position, means as silent as it was in the previous situation. Let's start our reading. The laburnum top is silent, means the top of that laburnum, the top of that tree, the top of that tree is silent. The top of the tree is silent because there is no one on that tree, no one there in order to do some movement. The laburnum top is silent, quite still in the afternoon, yellow September sunlight. And it is quite still, quite silent in the afternoon time, in the month of September. A few leaves yellowing, all its seed fallen. In the month of September, the month of autumn, all leaves have changed their color from yellow to, sorry, they have changed the color from green to yellow. Why they have changed their color from green to yellow? Because now autumn season has came and all the leaves will fall down and new leaves will come out. In the month of summer, all leaves have become yellow in color and their seeds had fallen down. Their seeds had came down. Till the goldfinch, all this silence of that laburnum top is till the goldfinch arrival. As soon as the goldfinch came on that tree, a twittering chirrup, a sound started coming out. Till the goldfinch comes with a twittering chirrup. Till the silence of the laburnum top, till the goldfinch comes with the twitching means a jerky chirrup, a jerky type of movement of noise comes out, a suddenness, a startlement at a branch head, a suddenness, a surprise type, a shocking type, a startlement. What this word startlement means? Startlement. All of you know the meaning of the this word. Startlement means surprise. Startlement means surprise. Okay. A suddenness. As soon as the goldfinch comes on that day, a sound comes, started chirrup, a sound of that birds come started coming out. A type of surprise has been seen at the end of the branch. A type of surprise was seen at the end of this branch. A type of surprise is seen at the end of this branch. Then sleek as a lizard and alert and abrupt, she enters the thickness and a machine starts up. Then what happened when the goldfinch came on that tree, on that laburnum, then a surprise has been seen that the silence of that laburnum had gone away. The the movement of that, the sleep, the word come here, the sleep means smooth. Then sleep, then smooth, then as smooth as a lizard. The movement of the goldfinch is as smooth as a lizard movement, and alert and sudden, and they are very cautious, and abrupt means sudden, and sudden she enters the thickness, because the goldfinch movement is as swift, as silent, as smooth like a lizard. Here, simile made figure of speech is used here. By this, we can say that the movement of the bird is compared with the smoothness of the lizard, because the movement of the goldfinch is as smooth as a lizard, and it was, and the goldfinch was very much alert, and suddenly she enters the thickness, as she suddenly enters into the thickness, means she suddenly enters the branches of the laburnum. And when, why she came on that tree? Because she had brought some food for their young ones. And here poet said that as soon as she enters in the smoother manner in the branch of that tree, a, a machine starts up. Means then a machine starts up. What happened when a machine starts up? When a machine starts up, it's required fuel. In the same way, when she came on that branches, then his then their young ones have started taking their food. Of chitterings, chittering is actually a chattering noise. Chittering. These are all the words used with with the birds. They make chittering noise. The tremor of wings, movement of the wings, and trailing. The whole tree trembles and thrills. And now here the poet want to say that as soon the goldfinch reached on that tree, on that on that branch of that tree, the noise, the chattering of the noise of the bird, his movement of the wings, and and a trailing means making a noise, making a movement on the whole of the tree. A movement has been started to sing on the tree. What this word trembles means? Here it is used. The whole tree trembles. Tremble means shaken. Movement is trembles. The whole tree trembles means the whole tree is shaken. The whole tree is shaken by the movement of the bird, and the whole tree is full with thrills. Thrills means excitement, and the whole tree is full of thrills. Thrills means excitement. Whole tree is full of excitement. It is the engine of her family. Now here again, Ted Hughes. Full name is Edward James Hughes. Here, Edward James Hughes want to say that as soon as the goldfinch reaches on the bird on that branch, the engine of her family started. Means as soon as she reached on that tree, on that nest, her young ones have started taking their food in the same way like the engines, because whenever engine comes, a noise came. In the same way, when an engine came on that tree, means engine here is compared with the goldfinch. As soon the goldfinch reaches on that tree, they started eating their food. She stokes it full. Stokes means arouse the noise. She stokes it full, then flirts out to a branch end. What is what flirts means? flirts means flies out suddenly. She stokes, she makes a sound, she makes a sound as the sound of the engine. She stokes it full, she makes a huge noise and then moves out suddenly and then flirts and then moves out suddenly out to a branch and then moves out suddenly to the end of the branch, showing her bared face identity mask. Showing her bared. What this word bared means? B-A-R-E-D. Here, bared means several color, several bands of color, a mixture of several colors. Okay. Here, showing her bared face means her face was full of several colors, which acts as a identity mask, which acts his identity mask. She stokes it full means she moves, she makes a huge noise, a full, and then moves to a branch and his bared face and his different color of face is acts as an identity mask. Then with airy delicate, what this word airy means? Airy means strange. Then with strange, delicate whistle chirrup. See, chirrup means actually bird noise. Then with strange, delicate whistle. Then with strange, delicate noise, chirrup, noise of the bird, she launches away towards the infinite. Why this goldfinch came on that tree, on this laburnum top? She came on the tree for feeding their young ones. And her movement was compared with the lizard, with the railway engines. And when she had feeded their young ones, then she launches. Then again she moves away. Launches away means then again she moves away towards the infinite. Towards the infinite means towards the endless ways. She moves away in an endless direction because she went there in order to get the food. She had gone there endless direction in order to get the food and the laburnum subsides to empty. What this word means subsides? S-U-B-S-I-D. Subsides means return. And the laburnum subsides and the laburnum means a short tree. Then a short tree return to its empty. And the laburnum tree comes back to its empty. Means the laburnum which was in the previous line, in the beginning line, we have seen that the laburnum was silent. The laburnum was silent. Why? Because there was no one on that tree. No movement of the goldfinch was seen. But as soon the laburnum started showing its movement, poet gets the knowledge, yes, now the goldfinch came back on that tree. And at the end, we have seen that because when the young ones was feeded by the goldfinch, she goes back to its duty, gone back towards its duty because goldfinch's duty was to feed the young ones. When she when she feeded her young ones, she gone back to its journey in order to search some food for the young ones, and now the laburnum came back to its normal position, means as silent. Subside means return. Now the laburnum returned. Now the laburnum came back to its normal position. That was his silence position, calm position. Okay. After reading all these lines from the poem, what conclusion we have got? After reading, because this poem is very much important, eh, because in this figure of speech is used very much. Comparison is done, simile is used. That's why this poem is full of new words, important words, which tells us that how talented Yugas was. He had beautifully explained that how the laburnum looks like, how the laburnum top was looking in the previous position, and after the movement of the goldfinch was done on the tree, then how the laburnum came back, returned back to its normal position. He had beautifully explained the movement of the bird, that how slowly the bird came on the tree. Its smoothness is compared with the lizard. For the word sleek was used, which was smooth in nature. Its movement is very much smooth in nature. And when she came on the tree, she came back on the laburnum, the noise which was created by the goldfinch. It is not the normal noise. It is the sound of the goldfinch, which gives a signal to his to his sorry, giving a signal to to their young ones. Yes, they got the noise. They got the signal from their mother that yes, my mother came back on the tree. Now we will get food. Their noise shows a sign that they become alert. Yes, now their mother is nearer to them, and they started taking their food from their mother, which Goldfinch had brought from the hard journey which she had done. And when their young ones got the food, when the young ones got the food, they are now very much happy because they were waiting for the food which their mother will bring. Now they when they are feeded with the food, now they are ready to take a rest on that nest. And but goldfinch is not in in a mood to take a rest on the tree, on the laburnum top, because she knows her duty well, that her duty is to feed their young ones which are on the laburnum top. That's why when their young ones got the food, when they have satisfied their hunger from the food which their mother had brought, their delicate whistle chirrup whispering means a delicate means very strange whistle. Whistle means actually a which whistle type of noise. It is actually a sound which comes out. Then a strange whistle of the chirrup. Then a strange, because this because birds means birds or anyone, they have their own identity, their own sound in this. That's why Goldfinch's strange sound gives a clear identification that this sound is of my mother. Suppose same sound will be created by any other bird, which will provide some danger to them. They will not show their movement. They will be silent as they are not present there. That's why here poet has used the word. Then with eerie, delicate, whistle, chirrup, whispering means then with a strange whistle sound which was created by the bird was created, and now she is ready to move towards the infinite. When her duty was finished on the laburnum top, now she moved towards the endless direction. She moved towards the endless journey. Infinite means there is no any end. Infinite means where there is no any end. Then she moves towards an endless journey, and now the tree laburnum top comes back to its silence.